The Shakers.
What can I say? I was drawn to them. I mean, who wouldn't be? A salt and pepper shaker shaped like two Eskimos hugging each other. The lady was the salt and the guy was the pepper. And when you put them together, they hug. Honestly, is that not like the cutest thing? I mean, seriously, the minute I saw it, I wanted them.
Victoria gets fixated on things. She was like a kid, could not relax until she got what she wanted. She was at some sort of gathering of one of her friends or something, I have no idea, when she saw this salt and pepper set of the hugging Eskimos. And her friend, yes, I remember, Jennifer Monroe, told her where she got them.
Well, you can imagine my shock when my friend Jenny Monroe said she got them at Bed Bath and Beyond, of all places. But I guess they have interesting things if you look hard. So I went online and found them under clearance, and it said in store only. The question was, did they have them at my store? And clearance means limited availability, which means panic mode and urgency.
Don't try and figure out Victoria. When she is on a mission, there is no stopping her. She had to get those shakers.
I really hate going into actual stores, especially Bed Bath. Seriously, I would be happy to experience everything in life online if I could. But yes, there are certain things you have to do in person. Anyway, I cannot believe any of this. I need to breathe. Okay. I called the store and they said they had them. But when I got there, they didn't have them. Went all the way there for nothing. So frustrating.
Victoria got so wrapped up in things, but when she gets in a mode, there is no reasoning with her.
So they said they would make an exception at Bed Bath and order the set from another store and send it to me to our house without any shipping cost. Ha, fair enough, right?
You would think, with all that's going on in the world and so many things on our plate, why any of this would be important or significant. But hey, that's Victoria. Always been the way she operates.
So I filled out forms with our address, gave them my credit card, used the discount coupon, and they assured me the Eskimo shakers would most likely arrive in 3 to 4 business days with expedited delivery.
Well, that was wishful thinking, because it was over a week later when, okay, not going to say all hell broke loose, but in a sense, if I look back on this, that was the day that changed everything, and it all seemed to happen at once.
There was a package on our doorstep, which I proceeded to rip open, and God, all of this is so bizarre, especially in retrospect. But I open it up, and there was only the salt. The Eskimo woman wrapped in heavy plastic and, those styrofoam peanuts that are so harmful to the environment.
So, around the same time, we get an email and a call from Mitzi, who works for our accountant, Marty Moore, known us for years. Mitzi, more of a hello goodbye formal relationship, but known us for years.
No one leaves phone messages these days. I knew it had to be important.
I called their landline. Hi, Victoria and Nate. This is Mitzi from Marty Moore's office. I have a package here for you from Bed Bath and Beyond. I signed for it, not knowing what to do. Can you please call me? I was not expecting a package. Were you?
Once I called Mitzi back, I had her open the package, and yes, you could imagine what I was going through.
Seems like it's a ceramic Eskimo with holes and little arms outstretched. I don't understand what this is and why I received this. What do I do?
This whole thing became such a drawn out ordeal. I mean, fucking salt and pepper shakers. Sorry, gotta relax here.
What happened was that Bed Bath had 2 addresses, my home and the credit card billing address, which was Marty Moore's office. Attention, Mitzi. I know this must sound so trivial, but at the time it was so maddening, really.
It became crystal clear that Bed Bath & Beyond accidentally sent one half of the order to Victoria and Nate's house and the other male Eskimo pepper shaker to Marty Moore's office.
We'll never understand why they would even separate the salt and pepper shakers. They're supposed to go together. Makes no sense. But then again, nothing about any of this makes sense.
When I called Bed Bath & Beyond, they said it had something to do with clearance. Some sets were chipped, so they found one salt from one store and one pepper from another, and they sent separately. Really, really careless and crazy.
But you understand, they had two addresses, so someone screwed up.
All I knew was that I had this package from Bed Bath & Beyond on my desk, which was cluttered enough. I offered to wrap it up and send it to Victoria and Nate, but Victoria begged me to hold on to it, which put me in a very awkward position.
It was not right. Why should Mitzi have to repackage it and send it to us at more expense? And what are the chips on the way? It was all getting way too much.
I know this may seem hard to believe, but it all became so drawn out. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say every day back and forth with the store, with the headquarters, the credit card company, and poor Mitzi in our accountant's office.
Not sure what you ultimately want me to do with this shaker. Tax season is coming up, and there's just no room, and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed by a lot of things. So if you can call me back or answer my emails, I would really appreciate that.
I know all this must seem so positively insane to you, but I think about what I was experiencing. I was suddenly in this big drama with Bed Bath & Beyond, and it turns out they went ahead and tracked the worker who accidentally shipped the pepper to our accountant's office.
Yeah, that's me. Austin James. So, okay. You know how many packages I have to wrap up and take care of? It's a lot, believe me. And then the addresses and all the zip codes I have to type it. And from the original orders, okay, I made a mistake. Sorry. But this lady Victoria was making it into a whole thing. And it ticked off my supervisor. People are unbelievable.
Side note, Victoria and I were pretty much heading south for many years. I'd say in our 10 years of marriage, 4 were pretty decent. So many issues, so many arguments about nothing most of the time, but underneath it, the love was always there, I guess.
Someone needs to take responsibility.
Couldn't believe I had to leave another message. I'm not sure what to do at this point. No one's getting back to me. What do I do with this pepper shaker? Please. It's like staring me in the face. Its arms outstretched, very unnerving. Please get back to me on this.
Oh, man, my supervisor was pissed. More at the Victoria lady than me. But before the S really hit the fan, I offered to go to the address in my own car on my day off and pick up the pepper shaker and deliver it to Victoria's house.
I thought that was fair, even though I felt guilty that I was inconveniencing this guy, but he offered.
Can I point out, this was like taking over our lives, and trivial as it may seem, it's all we were talking about.
Was my job on the line? Maybe. No one was happy, and I guess technically I did screw up. But, hey, what's 2 hours of my life in my own car in the grand scheme of things?
It was really hard to take, all of it. Victoria was like going insane, and it was causing even more of a rift between us. To be frank, at this point, we were hanging on by a thread.
It's the principle of the thing. All this time spent, I wanted what I ordered.
More messages left. Please tell whoever is picking this up that I'm here until 6 p.m. No, in fact, say 5:45. I would prefer them to come earlier. I want this off my desk. I hope you understand. It's going to get very busy at the office. Thank you.
It's funny. In all these years having Marty Moore as our accountant, I never communicated that much with Mitzi except for the occasional email and hello, goodbye on the phone. That was it, even though we always write. Attention, Mitzi.
When I think about all of it, it is on one hand unbelievable. I know I say that a lot, and at the same time, why not? That's life, right? You never, ever know. They say there are no accidents. Things happen for a reason.
You have to understand, I had not been in a relationship since, well, this is embarrassing, but since my mid-20s. Yes, some dates here and there, set up by my cousins and friends, but in the romance department, skimpy and sad and dead-endy. Never met the right guy.
I'm just as freaking surprised as anyone. People ask me, was it immediate? I gotta say, kinda, within minutes.
It's hard to articulate it, but when Austin came in to pick up the pepper shaker, there was a warmth and an understanding. We struck up a conversation immediately. He made me laugh.
She asked me questions, which no one does, It was weird.
Seriously? Can you believe this? I can't.
When Mitzi told me that they made plans to go out to dinner, she and this guy from Bed Bath and Beyond, I was really besides myself. It was all so strange.
I would never in a million gazillion years predicted any of this.
Imagine if I never offered to pick up the pepper Eskimo in person.
Later that day, there was a package left outside our door.
We had the full set, both Eskimos, hugging each other. Victoria got what she wanted, but there was an emptiness between us that I cannot even begin to describe. I feel like we both knew it, but could not admit it.
That first Saturday night, when we went out, me and Mitzi, we had the best time. A Greek restaurant she suggested.
Things did not get physical till, well, after tax season.
Soulmate? I don't know. Maybe? What does it matter? For whatever reason, some force up above made me insist on driving that to that address and getting that package.
We keep talking about it. The idea of something being a mistake could lead to something like this. I take none of it for granted.
So I moved out end of July.
I'm staying in the house till we decide what to do.
It's going to be so fucking mind-blowing when I see Victoria at their wedding.
She wanted a medium-sized party. My folks are flying in, and I invited around 8 people from Bed Bath & Bee, including my supervisor, right? They know the whole story. Wait until you hear the speeches, right?
Guess where we are registered. But also, Pottery Barn and Bloomingdale's. My boss, Marty Moore, is throwing us a cocktail party. Between you and me, I don't think anyone ever thought I would find someone. I certainly didn't. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gonna be so crazy to see Attention Mitzi and her guy from fucking Bed Bath and Beyond. But can't not go. They're still our accounting firm, right? I don't know. We'll see.
At the end of the day, what am I left with? What I wanted so much in the first place. These sweet, adorable, ceramic Eskimo salt and pepper shakers. See? When you put them together, the lady's hugging the guy.